Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Life First Business podcast, where we're all about building businesses that light us up and support not only our wealth goals, but also our well-being goals and make us happy and support what we want from our life. Today, I'm talking about how to start a wellness or life coaching business and some of the key things to avoid in the early stages of launching your business and what to focus on so that you can see results as fast as possible, start signing clients as fast as possible, start bringing in income as fast as possible. So it's all about taking a sort of minimum viable product approach to a coaching business. So let's dive in. So first I want to talk about some of the things that have cropped up in my business journey. So I've launched 2 businesses now. My first business being a design business, which was a done-for-you service. And my second business being this one, doing business coaching. Quite a lot of lessons I've learned from doing both these businesses, having obviously a very different set of skills by the time I launched the second one, having learned a lot about running a business, owning a business, starting a business, all those things. And some of the things that I have done in both these businesses, I see other business owners doing, and it delays us from seeing results. It delays us from getting to where we want to go quicker, because if we're taking a long time doing things that are not bringing in instant results, we can start to really lose momentum, lose motivation, and it's kind of like it snowballs. That mindset starts to snowball. I now know that in order to get faster momentum, to feel like, yeah, I'm on the right track, I've got motivation to keep going, the best way to get that is to see some results quickly, to see some income coming into your business quickly, signing clients, like learning really fast what's working and what's not. And what a lot of us tend to do is what I did in my first business, get very stuck in all the fluff around a business. So when I say fluff, I mean things like making sure we've got a perfect website, having a beautiful brand photo shoot, making a polished social media feed and spending ages thinking about what to post on Instagram or what to post on TikTok or what to post on Facebook, wherever you're marketing your business. That's what I did in my first business. And I spent a long time there, like really agonizing over every tiny little thing on my website, which I was building myself on Squarespace, the placement of everything, worrying about the wording of everything. And I spent so long. And I think I had this belief in the back of my head that the website was it, create a website, post it live, and suddenly I'll start finding clients. And it's just not the case. It's not how it works. Your website is a tool in your business that hopefully at some point SEO is working for you and you're getting people searching for their solution and clicking on your website and finding you that way. But that's just a tiny part of marketing in your business and finding clients in your business. And especially if you're a coach, because with done-for-you services, yes, people are out there searching for hospitality interior designer or bookkeeping for small businesses. But when it comes to coaching, often people are in that problem aware phase. So we talk about the different phases that clients or potential buyers are in. They might be problem aware, solution aware, or like ready to buy. And when it comes to coaching, a lot of people are problem aware. They know they've got a problem. They know something in their life or their health or their wellness or their business isn't working well, but they haven't necessarily come to the conclusion that coaching or your way of coaching, your method, your framework, whatever it is that you provide, they probably don't know that that's their answer. So they're not going to be looking for you online or for what you do. So therefore, in a nutshell, don't get bogged down with websites and things like that in the start. What you really want to be focusing on is getting your message out there, becoming known for what you do, for who you help. And we'll come on to that. So the other thing that I see some business owners doing, if they've got some skills in marketing, maybe they've had another business like I had, they jump into the coaching business. There's a lot of information out there, how to launch courses, how to launch group programs, how to host webinars, how to do this, how to do that. And a lot of us jump straight into these kinds of strategies, which are not the first step, in my opinion and in my experience. So I did this. I jumped into my coaching business. I was like, right, I want to launch a group program. I followed a process to launch a mini course and do that live and get lots of people through the door for that, which I did. but it took so much time. It was quite advanced techniques of marketing. It took a lot of kind of mindset power and brain power. I think the time I put in to get the results that I got out of it, it just didn't equate. I could have got to that point in my business much quicker by not going through all those advanced tactics of hosting stuff online and doing webinars and doing masterclasses and having lead magnets. And I think if we jump in too quickly to all these advanced marketing tactics, it can take us a lot longer to start to see results and get momentum, having real conversations with people. And for me, that kept me stuck and not seeing the results I wanted as quickly as possible. So what I would suggest to anyone who's starting their business is not to get bogged down in the fluff, websites, social media feeds, brand shoots, logos, all of that. Not try to jump in too soon to really advanced marketing techniques, trying to grow a big audience online, but actually getting really clear on just a few things. So number one, your niche. Getting so crystal clear on exactly who you're going to be helping with your program, your offer, your coaching, and what you're helping them with. What's the real painful problem they're walking around with that you're helping them to solve? You can't be vague here. And I think, again, like I see a lot of people being very vague, things like helping women improve their health, helping women to feel more healthy, helping women to improve their confidence, helping women to improve their relationship with their self, things like that. That it's too vague and it's not going to get as much traction when you're brand new in business. You haven't already built your reputation and audience. Being so specific is going to help you stand out. It's going to help you attract those people who immediately see themselves in the messaging that you're putting out there, in the way you're talking about your business. And that's going to help you get results much faster. So being really clear on your niche and really clear on the problem and how you describe it in a way that people who have that problem instantly see it and say, yes, that's me. So niching, messaging, being so clear on the problem, and then crafting an offer, crafting a very specific offer that solves that problem in a way that makes it irresistible to that ideal client. Putting that out there as quickly as possible. So working on what that offer is. People get very bogged down in selling the vehicle being coaching or the vehicle being a coaching program. But that's not what people want to buy from you. They want to buy the solution from you. So getting very clear on why that vehicle is the solution, how your program solves that problem, what their life is going to look like once they've been through your program. And if that's something they really desire and you're showing them exactly how you're going to take them from a very undesirable state, a problem that they want to pay to solve, a problem that they want to solve urgently, to a place where their life has been transformed in some way, they're now at a point that they desire to be at. And you're showing them how you can get them there, how you can get them there quicker than if they try to do it on their own, and what all the benefits are to them to get to that desirable state that make it worth them paying for your program to solve it. And giving them reassurance that this is going to work, why it's going to work. They may have tried lots of other things to solve this problem, and you want to be able to communicate to them why your program is going to be the solution, how it's going to get them to that desirable state when the other things they've tried haven't. So those are all the things that you want to work into your offer and into the messaging around that offer. And be very clear about who you're positioning it to, what the problem is that you're solving, and that's your niche. So those three things all working together and being very well thought out, that's the foundations of your business. If you get those things right, then you just want to focus on having conversations with the right people, getting that message out there, communicating it really clearly, and not being scared to put your offer out there and actually talk about what it is that you're selling. Because I think we all can shy away from that quite a lot, and we're kind of creating these quite vague social media posts, hoping that someone will just miraculously book a discovery call. And that's not the case. It's a noisy place online, especially nowadays. Also, we're in a time in the economy where people aren't spending money so freely. So it's so important to get really clear on that messaging, to have confidence when you're selling that offer, and therefore creating something that you feel really confident about, that you feel really excited to deliver, and that you feel it's going to change the lives of the people that you want to work with. And then you won't feel sleazy when you're trying to sell it. You won't feel icky about trying to promote something and, quote unquote, take someone's money. We don't want to be focusing on selling in that way. We want to be looking at selling as a service. And when you know what you've created and what you're putting together for your clients, it's going to be really transformational for them. It's going to solve a painful problem that they really want to fix, that their life is going to be much better on the other side of working with you. You'll stop feeling like that about selling. I need to get this message across to the people that really need it so that I can help change their lives. And that's where we want to get to. And you want to get there as quickly as possible. So taking the minimum number of steps to get there. I listened to a podcast recently. It was an interview with the founder of Netflix talking about exactly this. Like when they had the idea of starting a business, whenever they'd have a new idea, they'd think of the minimum way that they could get this idea out into the world and see if someone would pay money for it. And that's what you want to be doing. You want to be approaching it like an experiment. You're creating this offer. You're thinking about the messaging, you're getting it out into the world and you're testing it and you're seeing if anyone will actually pay for this solution. And you want to do that in the minimum number of weeks possible so that you can either say, yes, I've nailed it, this is working, now I'm ready to start doing more of those advanced marketing techniques and scaling this. I haven't quite hit the mark, I need to go back and tweak it, I need to have conversations to find out where I need to tweak it. It's not about starting the whole process again from scratch. You take everything that you've learned from that minimum viable launch and rejig things, tweak things, look at where you could make some changes and you test it again. And this is going to be your way to start getting momentum as quickly as possible. And I've definitely learnt this the hard way in both my businesses. And I can see now exactly what those minimum steps are. So if I was starting again from scratch, that's exactly what I would do. And it's exactly what I'm putting together as a program for brand new health, wellness and life coaches so that they can follow this process as quickly as possible with the minimum number of decisions to make. Because that's the other thing I've noticed as well, is that for a lot of us, we're very creative people. Our brains are going a million miles an hour. We have new ideas popping into our head all the time. And when we're trying to do something that is new to us, it's exciting to us, but it's new to us, and we're not entirely sure on the exact steps. And obviously for me, in hindsight, I can look back and say, oh yeah, I should have gone XYZ, done. But when we're in it ourselves, even when we're following someone else's process, it's very easy to start questioning things like, should I do this next? Should I do this next? Should I go in this direction? Should I go in that direction? There's a lot of mindset hurdles to get over when we're doing something like this for the first time. And that takes a lot of our brain power as well. So trying to make those decisions on what steps to take, whilst also trying to overcome all the mindset hurdles of doing all these new things, which get us out of our comfort zone, is a lot. So what I want to do when I'm working with my clients in this program is to give them the step-by-step, to give them on this day, do this, on this day, do this, on this day, do this. So there's no questioning. It's just like follow the steps, follow the process, put the pieces of the puzzle together. They're all there. Concentrate on the mindset, really concentrate on taking the actions. And that takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of mental energy to keep taking those steps, to keep making yourself taking action. So that's what I want to do in this program, is to just take away all the decision making. Obviously, everything has to be adapted to each person's business, to each person's offer, to each person's niche, but knowing exactly what steps to take, what you've got to do on each day, it just takes away all that decision making. And that's my plan for this program. And that might be something that you can think about the way that you're working with your clients as well. Where can you see there might be friction for them to keep taking action? And how can you make it as easy as possible? If there's actions they need to take to get the transformation you're providing for them or you're creating for them, how can you make that as easy as possible so that they're going to have the best chance of success? Because that's what I'm doing in my program. I want to make sure that at the end of my program, my clients are signing clients. That's my goal, is I want them all to get that traction, to get those results, to get the learning, but also know that as quickly as possible, they can start signing clients to this new offer. So I'm going to put everything in place that I can to make that as definite as possible, to reduce all the friction, reduce all the decision making, make it as quick as possible. So give them as many tools as I can that need to be adapted, but that's going to make it as quick as possible and give them the best chance to get that result. I would think about when you're creating that offer, how you are approaching that as well. If you're thinking about it for yourself and you're building that into your offer, then that's really good to incorporate that into your messaging. This is how I've created this program in a way to make your success as definite as I possibly can. I hope that's given you a lot of good food for thought, and that you can try and avoid any of those things that we get too bogged down at the start of launching our business. Take the right actions and get results as quickly as possible so that you've got the confidence in your business, you're seeing results, and you're getting to do the thing that you actually want to do as quickly as possible. I don't think any of us started our businesses because we wanted to spend ages doing marketing and sales. We want to coach, we want to be helping people, we want to be making an impact, and we want to be doing that as quickly as possible. So those are the steps that I would suggest you take, and I hope that's been helpful, and I'll speak to you again next week. Take care.